people, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the finishing part of what we started yesterday. Um, Yesterday we had a time, to have a look how to replace the controller in the Qiewa Q1 Hummer or any other scooter. You know, like I said yesterday, it's not just about this. Any scooter can break down. They all have parts that are manufactured by the scooter. It could be any scooter. It could be $5,000, 5,000 pounds, or whatever it is, man. They can break down. So when you find yourself in that situation, like I did, you have to just find a way to get it through. Writing a bad review about the company and all that isn't gonna stop anything. Sometimes it's just like it takes you something small to get yourself back in business. Keep you happy. Rather than just like writing. So yesterday when I told you guys through the video of how to take out a controller, how to replace it, the procedure in doing that, just do it very nice without damaging anything. I literally don't have the patch right there with me, just like to show you guys how it's done. However, when I got back from work, my neighbor just lived downstairs, said to me that I got some delivery, so I went in and pick it, and just 1 minute. Yeah, so it came in this. It's delivered by DHL, and inside is gonna be something like this. There's an old one, but this is the controller. This is how it looks. It looks with like different cables and all that, and literally this is what you're gonna be dealing with. So getting your guys back to what we did yesterday is like we talk about how to get this thing out from here and how to put a new one in, and because this got a lot of cables, so it's not advisable to just take it out to unplug all the cables and then put a new one in, unless you are a professional electrician or unless you have some kind of sort of electrical background. I would not advise anyone to do that, because then you're gonna get a whole thing confused. You don't know which one goes to which one. Then finally, you'll probably have to send it back to them, and they probably have to blame you that it's your fault because we sent you this, they didn't replace it or this or that. You don't want to find yourself in that situation, you know what I'm saying? So I talked to y'all yesterday about trying to do it in the best possible way. It's mirroring, like supposedly is the new one we have now. And the old one is that once you do all the procedure we need to get it out, you put it down just like, maybe like this. You put an old one also with the connectors on it as well, because that one is already connected to the system. You put it out. Then what you're going to have to do is you have to do a one-to-one. Like one-to-one, that means that if I take this off from the old one, I have to look which color of cable. It is looking something like a gray and a red. I have to look on the new one, where can I find the gray and the red? If I find that gray and the red, I'll connect the cable that is already connected in the wiring system on the Qiewa to that. So that means one is done. You do the same thing for the second one. You do it all around, one at a time, one at a time. If you do it like that, you're definitely gonna get it working. If you take some without putting the right one in and then take another one, then you're going off-road, which you don't want. The only thing I'm gonna have to mention to y'all is the motor cable, or the wires that connect to the motor from that's these ones here. And if you feel that they're a little bit thicker and very stiff, you got a yellow, green, and blue. Well, problem I had in dealing with this is, this originally, if you see something, I'm gonna just come close and show you guys. You see this right here? It doesn't go so smooth when it's fixed. It's fixed to the other side, and they in. So, and then this here, they kind of like male and female, metal sockets, so they clip in, and this covers them. So to get this out, it's a little bit of hazard. So what I did with mine is, I use a little bit of, just a blade or something to cut it off. Don't cut the cable, just this plastic thing. It's gonna be black one only. Just cut a black one and use your hand to, rip it a little bit till you can get to the white one. When you get to the white one, all you're gonna have to do is just push it down, hold and push it down, and it should slide like this. Then you can have this. This is what you wanna be saying. When you have this and you did the other one on the other side of the wiring system, then you plug them in together. That means one is connected. When you finish plugging them in together, make sure it's well secure. You pull this right back to cover it. Once the other one is connected in, the other side on the other one, you pull it as well. And once they're in together, you sure that they're all tight. The one is done. So that's how I did the motor cabling connection. And one thing I'm gonna have to let you guys know is, if you want a Qiewa video on the Qiewa website, it says something about they talking about some you call it the big yellow box or the big yellow box, you call it the small yellow box. But come on, man, they ain't happening right here. You see this thing right here? It's coming with the standard colors. I've only got one yellow. So if you're gonna be watching the Qiewa video and focus on the colors of the connectors, you might get yourself confused. You know what I'm saying? So forget about all that colors thing. Your most attention, you're gonna be doing this. Focus on the individual wires. For instance, if I see this right here, that's easy. That's the yellow, so you can see it and it's different. So you know that's it. Let's go to this one. For instance, if I see this right here, I can see it's a black one in a black connector, and it's got a gray and a black. So I will go, suppose this is the old one. This is the old controller that you're trying to change. I'll go to the new one, look for the gray and the black. When I see that one, I will hold it. Some people might even cut like some sort of like a sticking tape to put on that, just to be sure that's why they're gonna be working on this. And then you unclip this, and then you go straight to the gray and the black one that you just marked down. You unclip that end of the wire that you just taken off from this to that one. You do it like that for all of them. And literally that's it, man. That's how the whole thing is. I mean, it might take some time because obviously, I am no electrical engineer, man. I ain't got no shit about how you need to do all this, but I have to just, use my mind. Anyone can do it. You can do it. Don't tell you, everyone can do it. It's all about just focusing. Having a time, be patient, don't rush. Don't think I can do it. Of course you can do it. I believe in everybody out there. You have this problem, you can, if it's just unplugging cables and putting them back, you can do it. You don't need to worry about this, sending a scooter back, waiting for so many, ways and whatever to get a scooter back, where you can be just enjoying your thing, just fixing this, and you don't have to pay no money, sending all this. If you send this back, it's going to cost you minimum $100 or £100 to send this back with a carrier to them. You have to pay that. That's the policy. And with £100 in your pocket, and you finish fixing out this scooter, you can go down, buy some nice, I mean, if you're a lady, you can go, buy a pair of shoes for yourself, to go out, or, buy something, you know what I'm saying? If you're a guy, just take your friend for a drink, or even you can use that money to take your girlfriend for a nice meal somewhere, instead of sending these, to send these budgets for cabling. So, I mean, we might, that's what I did yesterday. So, from what the procedures I taught you guys in the last video, those of you who don't know what I'm saying, you have to go back to watch the first part of this video. That's literally about the whole Qiewa scooter, the problem, people say it comes with, and how easy it is to fix some of the problems, and how any scooter out there, Thunder, Dualtron, Thunder, Dualtron Ultra, call them, and them, man, come on, there's a lot of bunch of scooters out there. Everything is just coming on. Each one of them have controllers. Each one of them have batteries. Each one of them have tires. I mean, come on, man, they all gonna break down. As none of them guarantee that you're gonna have it and you just ride it, nothing gonna go wrong. So if you rely like, oh no, the Qiewa, somebody ride a Qiewa is shit, man. Oh, I can't the tire puncture, I could. Come on, man. Even you drive your car can get puncture as well. Or Qiewa is shit because all the thing, like it happened to me, yeah, man. It is. I think like that, but at the end of the day, any scooter can break down. It's something that is manufacturing fault. Maybe out of 100 of these manufactured, by which other company supplied this to Qiewa, maybe this is the only defective one, or maybe 1 or 2, 3. So someone, you might be very, lucky to have a better one that just work, without any problem. If you find yourself in my situation like I did, I got this thing for, 5 days, 4 or 5 days when I had this problem, and the only problem is this. So now after finishing this yesterday, like I said in the other video, before you close all this, before you put your gasket sealant to put this metal thing on to start, screwing them, and other videos, you make sure that you check that this thing is working. So this was the problem with mine, and after I've changed all this, we're gonna see how it works. I already tried, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna show you guys that it doesn't matter what it is. If you put your mind and do it, you can get good at riding. So let's just check it out. Yeah, it's on now. So that's literally the first gear. Right. That's it. We're back in business, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You don't have to be sending this all, back to the state or to China, waiting for how many, whatever. So let's go to second gear. Yeah. That's the second gear. All right, let's go to third gear. Yeah. So you can all say now it's working. And literally all you gotta do is just this. That's the only problem. Some of y'all might have problem with the tires. Some people talk about the shocks or whatever. Look, whatever it is, just put your head in and you can do it. The puncher, I haven't done no videos on that because I haven't had it yet. So people will say you had a puncher, but man, come on, man, it's a scooter. If you know that these things, any tire, anything that is prone to being punctured, you have to look after it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, a scooter, they say it's strong, you can jump with it, but come on, man, you don't be jumping on this on sharp object and things like that. You're gonna fucking punch everything. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it real, ride it responsibly. Then you don't have to be changing your tires for at least a couple of months or maybe even a year. Because you're not gonna be riding this every single day. Even if you do ride this every single day, the tires are not gonna go just that because it's only you. Or maybe you're carrying a friend or something. Else it takes some time for the tires to wear for you to start thinking about maybe buying a new tire or something. But if it's the new one after a few days to having puncture, well, which can happen, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to follow the procedures. And the Qiewa does have some videos on their Facebook, website or something. You can watch that. If I happen to be in a situation like that, I'm gonna make some videos for y'all to watch and see. But for now, it's all good. Everything seems working. And this wires that I just show you, the speed of the motor is these 3 wires here. So it's very important that when you connect these wires, you make sure that they all connected very tight and they're in. If they're not tight in, for example, like if maybe my test speed is not tight in, I might be getting power from first second. If you put 10, nothing's gonna happen. That means you have to go back. What you don't want to do is pull this, put your silicone around it, seal it, and then go back. Opening it. The more you open this, the more the screws on top or the bolt on top can get pruned from it because they kind of like alarm key hole. With the more torque you pull in, the more they work. They're not like a normal bolt on top. You just take a spanner and lose it. This is an alarm key. You just go hole in. If the holes become very uniform, like in the circle, instead of being in some kind of like how do I say, like the alarm key, form, like they go like in setting kind of like no round, but they go like in kind of like a curve, angle thing, something like that. You know what I'm saying? If that become very circle, you can put alarm key in, it's just going to be rolling. You can take it out. That's no problem. So you have to avoid opening this, putting it back, opening it, putting it back. It's not right. Get a job done properly. Make sure everything is done. You don't want to be going back opening things unless something major happen. Once you do that, I think you'll be back in business. So I mean, that's all I have for y'all today. If this video help you, like other people put video help me, I'll watch it and I give thumb up to them because without those videos, probably you wouldn't have no idea. Well, nobody has made no video on YouTube about changing this. I probably think I'm the first one making this. So that way, it might help somebody. When somebody find himself in this sort of problem, they can just realize and be like, look, listen, I'm not spending $100 or £100, sending this all the way back, waiting 3 weeks for it to get back there, waiting like 3 weeks or 4 weeks to get it back. And come on, You don't want to do that. So, like the video, subscribe to my channel. So anytime I'm in new videos about this Qiewa or any other scooter, I'm gonna put it there. So it can help you out to save money and to save the stress of thinking, oh shit, man, I have to send this back, taking your time off, going to deliveries and all that. You don't have to do that. You just have to just let them send the part, which is good with this Qiewa. They send the part for free. They pay for delivery, everything. You got a part right here. You just go with it and fix your thing. So thanks for your watching. And look out for any video I'm gonna make about any other scooter. And please like the video and subscribe to it. That way it will inspire me to make more videos. Thank you.